momo be of course buba Gagigo-Journalist page YouTube or Gagigo News Network on YouTube and also on TikTok mbafla mo be ko ala barka baki alben no wakanyami nim program modo I've seen so demanding. Let me just remove this. Mbafla ko ala barka baki this is a program me along ko ngan special program me along ko of course special program mi alon ko jam jinio ning sirfo by sonko ito le nyanta ka training program modo ko aliaji nyamen flyer to bari akam dala ko nga bio songo sotole follow well maybe sirfo maybe MC Cham Jino maybe asina bari science and intending ma sotono follow pour kadum program modo madam 100% so ko mo jawale bije mili alam kay be programme o nyim batum kam pour ka kosam do nyim programme o nyim kono bari manate je follow you know and man mate je follow bari jigitale ko you know abe abinat mo jikole sort I'm not sure but that's what I think now Bafala mobe momo ba programme o nyin jibe kan bafale ko ye programme o nyin ya fenke ye programme o nyin ya sia e ba jala mo dol fana milliard lon ko ba jibe kan idol fana sila mol mi alon ko wol man traji wol fana mo molleti yeah okay all right I think this guy is trying to get in my follow all right yeah, all right. I'm just trying to join.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think the thing is, you plan to have an interview with me and MC Cham Junior, but at the end of it, we're going to go about fella. So you have to say that, and then because they have actually like somebody you're trying the person to come into the program. MC Cham Noto. So I think that is very important to your viewers understand that because MC, don't tell us you are expecting MC.
But as a general, program maybe.
Okay, let's see.
I'm trying Nimma MC so maybe we can get another person from UMC. But I'm not like UMC call for after all this flyer that is out. And MC also being everything announced everywhere. Call announced that Blabero, Malaitel Fanam the Son. Yeah, for Jang interview I feel I'm not sure of that. But then let's see what will happen. Ninga model finance we gotta put them in. You know, okay. All right.
I'm not debating or having program with so much riffraff. You understand? Because I'm not a riffraff. I cannot just have a program with anyone. So even more someone I don't want you to bring riffraff. No? Yeah. Riffraff will
he's an executive member of UMC. Executive member in the diaspora. Governor Moral Khan, he's an executive member of the UMC, and then Mole Mialonko, he's also a very person. So, UMC. Moral Khan. Okay, all right. Meduna program na shortly because na introduce la ngere fana introduce program ro alin so don bafula movie ko momi ba jibe kan science and thinking please alim ma ko ale live ni ale asia ba jela ko modol fana ba jela le shortly kana dum program mo to le then we're going to discuss a lot of things in program but it will be this about political it will be about politics and nothing else. And then at a killer finti longo,
in next few minutes,
yeah, avoid you being called a light say bio. mobile di UDP side. Avoy like say ga mbeda be dibila ala neti. Magana ke ma Ibrahim bari itinda. All right, so thank you so much. Mafla movie ko ala barka bake alben no maka nyamen. Mafla le ko thank you so much. Ala barka
like
bake movie
like for the
YouTube.
Malo member Gambia.
And also of course na TikTok fanang mo bigele mi yalon ko e ben no maka nge mafla la molo di ko na di nyamen anyanta kila mol miltima walem MC Cham Jinioti aning C4 Bayo Sonko nyalon ko nyanta of course debate bale sotola nyim programme or but unfortunately MC ngalingo kia and nga kolle fanam bari masoro way min foni akabe Dakar silole kam but ma fo nyata join I don't know why for ba ya fo nyama fa bortale bam I wouldn't know but one is amanna so but nga moral kan sotole moral kan mu of course MC ila executive member but atebe diaspora atebe damen wolem UK nga of course contact sign and nga sonda pour ka join ñim programme thank you so much am moral pour ka join silfo bayo sonko mobi yate lonne mole miyalon ko atoma mabo gambia banko ka mole miyalon ko ka United Democratic Party le support andum aba campaign ki kan science and tentin pour ka dabo ma ko pour asi ta state house in 2026 pour ka president Adama Barrow bondije well nyimu opposition fulalti mi alon ko ngesoro and the reason is because molle mi alon ko they were together and then after that sai kuyatale akamtale ko sai e kolu la kolu mantra nyonkam so wala tan ngetol mo fulol nadi bayo nge bismillah ni molle nyokon fo.
Yeah, baraka bake Buba for having me. Be la view show be kondona. Be I mean the person name and someone moral kan malong de actually malong barinka ngajele afananga mamo ke social media ro bar malong but be pro nice benya kakacha Gambia la kola. I think that's very important. Abaraka.
Thank you so much. Moral, welcome.
Yeah, Buma Bargabage, thank you very much, for having me. Like, yeah, for you, man. I was not aware of it, but you just contacted me right now, and then we're gonna go, no problem. So, and then I'll be happy to have the discussion with you, with Bayo as well. Bayo, Amandana, no problem. You may not know him personally, but he is someone who blocked me on Facebook. I'm Imam Moment on the other block. There was a one time also, there was a comment he made, like, you don't know me, because he said, Nasarakule boy, and you don't even know me. You are telling me Nasarakule boy.
Yeah, I
So,
broke him. But I didn't know you. Do I know you?
I don't know.
Do I know you?
Why did you block someone that you don't know? Oh,
Exactly.
What did you do?
I don't know, to be honest. I actually don't know him. Maybe he might tell you what.
I know Bayo as a very tolerant person.
Yeah, because Menkeda. No, listen, Menkeda. No, you know me very good. Very good. Thank you so much. You know me as a very tolerant person. So I cannot just allow somebody I don't know when I ask him whether I have ever comment on his post. And whether I have ever comment in his post, na kuma fa me alongo is not going to be. I comment jefong. So I cannot allow somebody who I don't know, you come to my page and disrespected me all the time. So I mean, I don't know you. So if you come to my page and disrespect me, I'm gonna block you.
And how do you define by saying disrespect? What do you mean by disrespect? And what did I say? Please, just one.
I don't
just
think,
one cause that I made that is disrespectful.
Mandun debate nyim kono follow, so nkana dun debate nyim kono. Yeah, mandun debate nyim kono. So what I'm trying to milba jige kang on TikTok, please ala try ala screen on yinta pour live nye sele. Milba jibe kang YouTube, thank you so much. Also min kiono walem pour ka sia molbe ya soro ita be WhatsApp group ol milto wala ila status wala anywhere isa sia no dame na sia but milba jibe kan YouTube fana ngalo dal kala fla leka video nyin like alka nyinale alimma koy milbe ba jibe kan ale video nyin like so obe mol ma koy la bakere no ko to min ke kan alsa la comment sol fana keno you are free pour que comments pour que la comments ke so ko nga fo nyamen dombe ko commencer la sign MC Cham di ñoo man naata soro bar nga moral kan soro le ñalon ko abata UMC le nata bio son ko soro ñalon ko abata United Democratic Party of course bio be ko commencer la itella munatina you think Dabo is the right person pour kata State House in 2026.
Yeah, thank you so much, Buba. Abarka Bake, Elo Nyuninkaro Kumada Bakele. Ela platform to have this special program with us. A follow program Nyuninkaro, Nyuninkaro Kuma Balti, and Mbe Bedwala, Ela platform nya Baraka Nyuninkaro la Kumoyinkan. Bua lawyer Usenu ANM Dabo Mobe Alon le Jumalam lawyer Usen Dabo to Banko Kanjang. And then will be alone, Mili alone ko a mansi katre from the alone ko Jumalam Usenu Daboti. Niko Jumalam Usenu Daboti, Batala, Kabring ala funding ke out mo, I menkenyim Banko Kang, Karangola, Dokola Carola, but I for a mention of Gambia, Bea Jele, Mojama Balel Botanim Banko Kanjang, Itara Karangola, Dunia Banku Kotongol Kang. Bari at the end of it inarana ka dunia banko la banko kaito ta kasije ka sabar ka dogo keje bari lo usen dabo keda mud me yalon ko atata lo ya karam bankul kan bankul mel yalon ko ya buñaje ya kulyaje ba ila la fi ko be moment wala ko pro ay ke mud me yalla
By ela network ko be takan I don't know. Ela network ko chantale by. Ngalon be mura bayo kanne nyaata demande because ela network ko akam tala ka be dame nga be break kanne demanding. We'll try and see from sorola back here. Ko nga fo nyamen this is a debate between the United Democratic Parties of course Silver Bio Sonko and MC Cham Junior and Kilano Walti, but unfortunately MC Cham Multi Alonko Manati Sotono in program model biting yeah so me Fenkela Bio Sonko Bio please try Yedunang correct. So moral, we're going to. I told Bio will be watching. So moral, the same question being in Kala wala Janim Bio bina. Then you will first respond. Then Bio will come. At all been United Democratic Party and you supported the party, but say Talaketale, why do you think Talib should be the right candidate or UMC should be the right party Purukata in State House in 2026?
Amba, thank you very much, Buba. Barkabag. Amba, first of all, I would like to do like a little introduction. Like, Baya Fanyame, more Jama man long, and then it was mostly, like I can say I was not very much in the grassroots level, but probably very much available online. And work on get a money because covering and a great all of band. I didn't live much in the Gambia, but first I am from URR and Sandu district. So I went a primary school, Kesara Google Basic School. Then I went to Diabugu Upper and Senior Secondary School. From there, I went to India to do my bachelor's in BSc Economics from 2017 to 2020. Then 2021, I came back to the Gambia, and then in 2021, I came to the UAPA to do my master's in International Relations and Global Governance at Aston University, Birmingham. So I completed that in 2023, and then currently, Alhamdulillah, I am working. So this is briefly about me. And so I'm going to your question. I can say this from 2016. I can say I become a full-fledged UDP supporter because the other years I was underage. So for 2011 election, I didn't know anything. I was a very small kid. Nga UDP called the inata diabugo batapa. Ibe batari, ibe nori, motol baby finde water cool be kolear. That was the time it was tough. Yeah, kill from beauty court, So I went, I see them, then I look at them, and this is how I just love the UDP. And from there, I was on it, but I have been following the UDP, and then I have been supporting the UDP. But until 2016, that was the time I can say I participated very well, and then I was part of most of the WhatsApp forums and online also, defending and promoting the UDP. So until 2016 keta Baro win until they ajal muno keta, then we have the coalition government, and then whatever happens, may alone. Then we come to 2021. We all yafanya until day we fully supported Dabo. They were like in before 2016 and post 2016. So whatever support we are giving to Dabo, at least Dabo deserves a chance. Man, noise make can do. I don't know.
Violent, yeah. Yeah, just go ahead.
So I mute what that will be better.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So post 2016, because that would deserve a chance. At least because January 2016, more than there were no free fair election. There were intimidation, there were harassment, there were extrajudicial killings, Kamal Song all vacated. So at least post 2016 that would deserve a chance. And 2021 we gave him the chance. Full fledged mobile later home. But he could not just cross the line. So come 2026, they are more keta. After 2021 election, more Jamale disappointed, more Jamale kumbot, more Jamale heart were shattered. Because everybody expected the UDP government. That could not work. If we are doing the same thing for 30 good years, is it a good like Nim farmer the seno la kabrin temangulu. Fontement. Fonte sita kudoma. Nyenta falam farmer in iPhone. If I can tell my dad in the village saying it's enough, yeah, why can't I say Dabo is enough of an chance did? So the main reason I can say that causes a person for us, we call for a renewal. We call for change. At least UDP is a project and it's about UDP. It's not about making one person a president by force. I came and I joined the UDP because I believe UDP project. Anyone can be a president. It's not like by force Karim must be a president. If that is the case, then I am in UDP because project UDP. But if it is Karim must be a president by force, then I am leaving the UDP. And this is where we have all seen what happened during the flag bearer selection, then that led to unite formation. So now you ask the question, why Tali? That is very, very fundamental.
But moral, what people are saying is that was a democratic process. That UDP charter was like applied. That was the process. That is the UDP's process. Process. So why will you people say it's just for one person? If the people within the United Democratic Party want that person, why will you have a problem with that?
Exactly. If the people were not passing, that's not a problem. But it's a democracy, but was it fair? Process? Fair is competitive. Something might be fair to you. It might not be fair to me. Until we are 11 candidates apply. But all of those candidates, after you go buba ye jomala mo ya kajafi, amanya na apply la, akotenne, amafotenne, adunta jenne, asayta jenne ye jomalaka. No, none of them are from Tano. Then if you say democracy, you have to give everybody the chance and let it be free and fair. That is 1 second. Cover justice democracy because you went through the process, and real democracy are totally different. I am from UR. People call me, they said they are calling the executive people in UR, telling them that is that democracy? That's not democracy. You are imposing someone on people by force. Because then there will be consequences against you people. That's not democracy. And then the other thing, whoever go against Dabo within the UDP, your chances of winning against him are very slim because of who he is to the party. And then that is why we said Dabo should give a chance. Let all other candidates come. Whoever the party chooses, you go with that. That was our stand. My candidate was Dabo. But let Dabo give it chance. But whoever, if you want to put Dabo against anyone, then Dabo have that veto advantage because of who he is in the party. Yeah. So this way are the issues.
So you guys feel like it's not about the democratic process. You feel like the UDP think is only Dabo, and that's why you people think that you have to leave.
Exactly, because we believe the UDP is a project. It's not about one person.
Okay, so in this project, even though they follow the due process, you guys think it is not fair to bring just one person.
We believe that process was a facade. That is my belief. The process
That's
was a
what.
facade.
Okay, why
Yeah.
Talib? Why Talib?
Exactly. Thank you very much. We have heard from Sadauda to Jammeh to Barrow. We have had at least 3 presidents. None of these presidents, not even a single one, has a governance experience. And then for you to be a good president, you must have experience. Or whatever work you are doing, even you are in the US or wherever you are, if people want to hire you, they don't hire only based on your qualification, but based on your experience also. So Talib come through the local governance, and this is the government that is closer to the people. And he have worked there, and a 2-term mayor, and we have seen unprecedented development that he has done in the KMC. I can say, the pioneer of local governance. There is no council in the Gambia. Ibafala Mayor Cook, Mayor Alonko KMC was not the first to initiate it. There's no council there. So a 2-term mayor who has done those developments through KMC, we believe if he is given the chance to lead the Gambia, then we will have a different Gambia than all these previous presidents who have never had any prior governance experience. So this is why we say that. And you see, we have all seen people are talking about only about the biggest projects, the biggest local government projects in the history of the Gambia is Mali. And every council followed it. And Talib is the first person to initiate that. And if you look at the reform he has done in KMC, knowing KMC before 2018 and KMC after 2018, you can know that there is a serious and significant differences. KMC people have now seen it as a service delivery institution. People have now seen that, okay, local government can do something. People have now seen that, okay, local government should be held accountable. And who is the reason because of that? It's because of Talib. He has brought in a different way of governance in our local government. You know what, Talib, people don't even know local governments. They don't even talk about it. They are all political political offices. But now you can see people are doing development. People are competing. So Talib brought that. And I believe if he is giving the nation, he will do much more than that. Because with KMC, what he has done, I think if he is giving the Gambia, he will do more than that.
All right, so Bayo Songotare Korege, Bayo, you have to try and come back because you need to talk for Idiam. I know there are things Mira Lonko, in Iwasenende. So Bayo is back. So let's get Bayo. Bayo, why do you think Muna Naitia Americo Dawo is the right candidate for the president of the Gambia Bangkok? But even mute, I think you are mute. Even mute, can you unmute yourself? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
It'll mute. It'll mute.
Go ahead.
So come follow me because Bimbe alone in Temenkono. Niagibi. Yeah, so Usunu Dabo is the right candidate for 2026. Looking at his experience in politics, yala ala Londo, I mentioned of political la Carola. Ala Londo, I mentioned to Lua la Carola. Banko buka doku no Lua Koma. Fenet meya lonko akwete and Usunu keda mood meya lonko. Mo senemba I doko ke masakunda kono fa boteje. Moment so that Usunu la kola. There was nothing like Kafoko and the report of Masakunda Kisiroleke, Yajeloko Useni Nintinar like a Masakunda Kono. And no, I palatful be Mara Masakunda minister.
Kadiver give the Gambia it's difficult, especially online.
Yeah. So it's like
The biggest problem of this country is Gambia. Ala taro foreign affairs usenu la tara no India kaje ko fo India masakunda ya talaroke ya julo membe India ning Gambia tema kaw kala nyim banko kanjang because nyaajibe National Assembly me yalon ko abijandi ka dum banyun kono masakunda me yalo ya teme masakunda lalo ya naful jama bale spen nungu dulata nung ya teme masakunda la dula nyulo bar kabru usenu nata usenu ta ala tadro India aya make sure ko julo membe larin Gambia masakunda kan kaw bondi Gambia masakunda kan amanda wala fanata na tena banko kan bi ate moran kan akabota regional mento me yalon ko wala mu URRC binga silol me yalon ko beje alata kola usenu Abubakar Numkunda Dabo alata China atunyalam president barola masakunda kotolam bari usenu Dabo le mod me yalon ko wala tata China wala sita ko nyinto foka je ko nyin keta fo bi wo silol me yalon ko wala be URR kono bi ala ake ibebe do kutka ala ake bridge membe je be do kuta so bi Gambia la problem min wala nyindu ko corruption o usenu kedam mod me yalon ko tumir mantara bale ba polo ko usenu na fulolta wa masakunda kodolta wo damma kanyantale pour que usenu Dabo ta kake Gambia la nyaton koti to mulamin Gambia be kumbo wala corruption ko la nyim banko kanjang so msafo ko buba wonin dalila jamal ne beje dalol mel yalon ko ntela ko usenu Dabo is the right candidate me ya lonko asenyim banko bondino bi nyim banko be problème o kon.
All right, so by I mean for can wole nyindiko like Allah one of the reasons why it all but in the UDP one of the reasons why he feel like they feel like it all nyantabula UDP is because you people are more criminal and continuously and also they think the process was not fair. Yeah, but I think the network is delayed somehow. Malam
Hello, Buba. Yeah. My network is very bad. My network is very bad. Bari nalo ibe moyo kan kodi.
Yeah. Nkemwele.
Ibe moyo kan kodi Buba.
Nkemwele kende ke ba. Nkemwele.
Buba ibe moyo kan bang. Yeah, so ngam fo jang wala nyinti ko itolu mo dole nyanta diamu la ka foko the process is not fair but not unite movement because unite movement for change Buba niajibe unite movement for change itolu ko UDP la tombondiro iko wala man fair but Gambia banko kanya as we are speaking science the only political party meya longo ila nyaton ko la tombondiro itata carte fayola o kedi UDP drone ila the only political party ni banko kanya so ito ko atol bota damendo wala tombondiro man fair e atol tata kal fasum patiolo atol tata le alfasum patiolo atol la nyaton ko la tombondiro carte man fayoto mo kilindoro ali wala tombondiro ali asika ali diala abeko unite movement wala tin Gambian ko more tante unite movement na meke Talib Ahmed Ben Sudati because men kada wala nyindi go Talib left a nyaton ko ya drone nela kay ko nyaton ko ya manke wudi nyaton ko ya eke la moyle mole nyaton ko ya dila bari moy ifo buka nyaton ko ya dino ifo la o mu fenet me ya lon ko nyanta o senandilal network is very bad.
Nkemwele go ahead nkemwele ba
Nkemwele Buba
nkemwele yeah. Bambe Moikane, we are getting you loud and clear. So, is it the we are getting you. Nkemwele. All right. So I think we will let's get.
Nkemwele Buba. So what is the problem?
Let's.
Talib Ahmed Ben Sudati nyolu itol ko United Movement ko iko UDP la tombondiro man fair. Ite ko UDP la tombondiro man fair. Ite wala fode. But sa atol taro dorong. Ale nyo bendi hotel kono ale mo Clinton wala ka nyaton ko so al ko mole ko fiatel ali ñu ko jibede ata be men foka nya ko on tol kam mole kumandi santoto ka fo woli ko ha na dara ale karto fa usenda bay o man ka tonyati ngo mo moronding be banko kan jang mo be yalo ko ila right movement mo ta mo forcer la anu carte fa o nyin kada free and fair election kada wod mo nyamantara mole kabri be carte fa la amango comme kafoko ni be carte o fayla mo la kay jibe kafoko ba kala muntu ani momo isawo e kakaro fay wala dolle na nyatan ko tombo wala nyama in a real democratic way.
Okay. Biola network what are correct. But try le purka bio soto on the WhatsApp. Maybe that will be easier because other network mantra better back. So you can just respond to some of the things maybe along of course moral can so milba jibe can TikTok and screen of tap no but milbe YouTube milba jibe on YouTube please I'll video in like then also ala try ala try ala share pour modol fanan se muna fanno ala nyaay bayo murtana on video but bayo why not ngeta on WhatsApp right I think that will be easier. Okay, go ahead. Let's see how it goes. I'm not sure how that will work. I'm not sure. I'm not a technical person, but moral by don't you think it makes sense? Like Natara, if Dabo, I list of things for the Milalongo, Dabo Waleke, he worked in the government without any corruption scandal, new one Nuntumbi Barawale Afintindile and everything. But you're also saying, Taliban do Waleke, but Dabo also did another thing. So don't you think it is the same as it is the same? Dabo and Minkejang, Taliban, is the same thing. So don't you think he has a point?
It's absolutely different to have an executive power and to be an appointed. These are two different things. But I am the executive. I appointed you. Whatever goes wrong, it's never going to be blame on you. It is going to be blame on you. Talib was elected by the people of KMC. And that is why if there is any lapses that happen within the KMC, there's a what then this corruption scandal that happened in Barrow regions. Nobody Safono Gambia la Tariko kono wonyo no nakata. So when we are after Barrow region, when the entire government is audited, wato le balon wala momorende moye muneke and muneketa amari koto, and then what you can say Kari is corruption free or it's not corruption free. But not just because someone was appointed a minister 2-3 years, Amari by then you go okay because if there was a corruption, Barrow will go after them. That is not how it works because if there is a corruption, Barrow himself will be implicated. So
No,
after Barrow government,
Moral, remember this is someone minna rake Barola number one opposition of the Gambia.
Okay, but let's see this. Barrow amba hadi dawo bora je wadi man ala family members only land apply but I approve. That is how Barrow is. If it is like he's seen that as a real enemy, then he could have said, okay, we are not going to allocate land to his family members. Fine. If it is just because he's my biggest enemy, so whatever they are is against him, so I will make sure it works. Fine. Okay, the other thing I want to make some little clarification about this flag bearer issue. Okay, until data like unite and man sit hotel until we made it very clear. Talib is our candidate. Even when we left it because we believe at the moment Talib stand the best chance to win the election. So we are not going to sugar court or just fabricate a democracy. Okay, someone challenge Talib when in reality that didn't happen. We are not going to make that. We are not going to make anything fake. We have been real. We have been honest. We said we want Talib because we believe now currently in United he stand the best chance to win election. After 2 times, then you will see United will come with another person. And if we believe we have 2 or 3 different candidates, then you will see real democrats. Among the more or we just fabricate something we call it democracy. 2021, equal Mosabale apple. J Dabo, and then the other Dabo and lawyer was a Dabo. Jamal election mode. They appointed Dabo. Was there any election? To 2011, ask them, was there any election? 2006, was there any election?
No, but maybe people didn't contest against Dabo at the time.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, but 2021, the people contested. Lamin Dabo, he applied. They never even called him.
Yeah, no.
That was 2021.
What I'm saying, Lamin Dabo contested, Body contested, Dabo contested, your candidate.
No, I don't mean 2026 flag there. 2021 flag there. It's Lamin Dabo, Abdul Dabo, and Lawyer Dabo, the 3 Dabos. But Lamin Dabo said the 2 of them they are not even called. They just choose Dabo and move on. So Bayo cannot tell people that about democracy. This is what I told you, it was a first and we all know Abuba. So Gambia democracy, the party leaders, the veto power they have, it's difficult for anyone to challenge them. So that was our reason. We said Dabo should give a chance. So like Gamba, whatever reason is there, is he should give a chance. The young folks who believe me, they have the potential, let them go. People vote, whoever win, then we go with you. That was our question. It was simple. And we didn't hide our candidate. We don't hide behind Dabo as well. We are not folks who were hiding behind Dabo, even if they know that Dabo is not elected. We are not those folks.
All right, we will continue. I'm just trying to get bio, but bio, you have to come through the video because it are through TikTok, and I'm not sure whether I'm able to get you. If Nimam bio Sotono, I need one UDP. Okay, I think bio is here. Let's get him and see. Yeah, bio Kamwele. He's here, but Mukai, we're not seeing him. You know. Bayo kamol moy level. Okay. So I'm going to give a number. If you are a UDP supporter, I mean, you know, a prominent supporter, I'm going to give this number. You send me a message on the WhatsApp, then I'm going to send you a link, then you join. In case Nimbayo wants continue, so we're able to get one UDP person here. So Ninam number the +1 720 60 That is the number. +1 720 60 So that is the number. +1 720 60 Yeah. So Ninga Bio sort of will continue with him, or Nima sort of we're just going to take one person from of course UDP, then you know we continue with the person so that he's able to respond to whatever Moral Khan is saying. I think that is more fair. And that is more fair. Okay. All right. So that's it. That is the number. Nalia add on WhatsApp, Albajel on WhatsApp. Then just send me a hi and you said you want to join the program. Then I'm going to send you a link. Please let it be someone at least is a prominent UDP supporter so that we the person can join and then because join the through Abonyola. So Moral, we continue joining Modo Bina. So saying you have a UDP as the I don't know whether they accept that, but statistics right now, they are the biggest opposition in the Gambia. Now, Atul Tata with the belief quota, Talib is the winning candidate. Without UDP, do you think Talib can win?
Absolutely very well. Buba, kabri nga mansa kundal jele, nga presidential jele, adu nga presidential allied fanan jere. We have never seen an allied come out and said, this is the biggest threat to a ruling government. The first time in the history of the Gambia what happened that unite and Talib. Hamad Bassett, Hamad is not a new in Gambian politics. He was there from the Jammeh days to the Barrow days. And Hamad said, Talib and unite is the biggest threat to Barrow. That alone clearly tell you who is a threat to Barrow. Yes, based on electoral history, UDP has the numbers. As they must, like I used to say, they must establish the most well-structured party by then. But today, every structure UDP has, Unite has it. Okay? Only election now will determine who is the next biggest. But with numbers or with the record right now, we give it to UDP. I don't have any problem with that. But that is the same UDP also, who will tell that we are the biggest in terms of those numbers, but they will also deny that they have been defeated in terms of those numbers. They will tell that it was nothing. It was fraud, it was rigged. So you must accept the realities. Yes, you are the biggest with those numbers, but you must also accept you were defeated with those numbers. But okay, if it favors them, we are the biggest because of the numbers we are. But then now we are not defeated. It was rigged, it was fraud, it was stolen. So how can you reconcile those two?
If you accept UDP has the numbers, like it only numbers sort of among the opposition, and you people know you are not the biggest opposition in the Gambia right now. If UDP is not winning, how are you going to win?
No, that's what I said. Based on electoral passing, Every structure they have, we have. And now only next election will determine who is the biggest. Plus, Unite never contested. So we are going to contest for the first time and we are going to win because we believe we have the numbers. You even there are factors. Many years long, they bar other Gambian from support for whatever reason. I try to convince people to support Dabo. But let me give you just some examples. Like in Sandu Kurau, Dabo was a lawyer for the Diabugu people, Diabu Badaba, the old Sarakulon, and the Kurau woman regarding farm issue. Yeah. And in Sarakulon, they won it. That Kurau, you can never convince them to support Dabo. That was not his fault. Because he was only doing his job. You have the same problem in Dasila Mesandu also, the Mandinkas and the Sarahulas. He represented their Mandinkas and they won against the Sarahulas. You can never convince them. And then there are others who also have the whatever reason they have. So that's why within the UDP, there is no one who can tell you. But UDP is not the majority against all other Gambians. It can be the single biggest party as record, but it's not the majority against entire Gambia. So this is why they're gonna go. So that is why we said we had a candidate who people were telling you that handing them on the UDP, but you know go back and I will vote for UDP. You have the chance to cross the line and then you go UDP government, but you go what again. So then we see that candidate, we believe in that candidate. That is why we went and formed our own movement. And we believe with those people and what we have, so we are that will propel us to victory. We are not only a coalition, but we believe United have the chance and we believe we can do it.
Even without
a coalition. Even without a coalition, I believe United can do it. We are not ruling out of a coalition, but I believe that is my belief, and that's my opinion.
All right. Bayo Mbetala telephone to saying. Bayo, I think you've been listening to what Moral is saying. So yeah, you can just go ahead and you do your response. Yeah.
Yeah. So Moral be for content. It's like a miro foyer, a miro movement. Miro me force foyer the UDP kula. Mora kanta o miro foyer because all you do it will fail. Imagine abe diamule abe siul kontela. Abe sikarin. Tolman la wala. UDP la support is a clear support. Me alungo. Banku dumo be dale beje. We don't count siul. We don't count Siolu. We don't control and Gaffolo man, Gambian. The best from Gokela about Fuloko circulate numbers there, Mandingas numbers there, fullest numbers there. That is not the politics where UDP believes the world. UDP believes in politics of ideas and ideology, politics of good governance. So that point shows you go. Your movement on you, a low bit another, a bugas to defend come, Naman to see court. Don't know. Don't let me know when you go to COVID 1996 in party or load, a loading Gambian Lejang, and Gambian will be every region to a belly that day. Mobile, that's why in 2017, bring Katya for Ketajang, you get large number of parliamentary seats. And then Narafana in 2021, then I had BM to do election only, BM Banako Amantili. But Nibe Rutakodon cooking election only Amantili. Now we found Kodanke, Abajamule Habafa in terms of selection. Selection of the Carol Bay UDP in a Tomondo Yakinyame. Tomondo may have a quote elector. Member lay fanna, will be in our village. A momo de fanna, Ichiko, Molia Canula. In fact, we don't want to have a winnable candidate. A winnable candidate should be able to win in every single election because the name is already win. So if you believe that you are a winnable candidate, come on, what is stopping you from contesting in every single election? Because you feel like people love you. Hey, who are more moment can. Let me make this very clear. More moment can Kodo Bugatina. And this is something every single Gambian need to understand. Because Molio can. So remember you want to go. It can be Mola. Yeah, exactly. Where you need to go. ndolna ko di political ni la executive member do mo sabo ko ni nan nimbaro mbati la di $1 by $1, one bohol to one bohol, one vehicle to one vehicle, one motorbike to one motorbike. No, ndola political manki o nyamude. Ndola political is not about competing Africa menyo sabala kolo la karol. Don't ko do so. Because ndola mo wala ka le fon le na flu ta carbon de pour banko de do non ko carbon. So ñu la ñu sala political fon to lu mal kan da ke. Anu ka membo ka ko ha kabri mo woro wula lota. Ka place ñu ñini. Mo woro wula lota ka place ñu ñini. Ba mo woro wula ko mo elevi or whatsoever. O moment de la abe hang it like at the last minute. Anu kabri ko ñu bal la ñu jeda. I have this interview with me. Kabri ta interview la ñu ka 4-year interview ku kela ba ko is so far very happy about the interview. But the will of the people is not in the hands of Alaji Kusino Mukunda. The will of the people is in the hands of the Gambians, and is in the hands of the supporters of the Democratic Party. Yela believe they attend the Alaji Kusino Dabola. So near it almost because of the they feel like it's only Talib. Look, democracy is not like that. People love someone, but at the end of the people, there are others also who love someone. So maybe you want to go. If you are somebody, you are not looking at your personal interest. It doesn't matter because it can be.
Alabla buy a call, please. Moral, Allah you am sing call a buy a call campura.
But why all about time? If these people believe that the movement is about ideology, and tell me. Let these people tell us what kind of governance policies did they have there along. It's completely different from UDP and governance policy. Let them tell us that. Because these are things they don't have. So the only thing it moves them is disagreement in the party. That is all what moved them out. So, but disagreement is personal. Disagreement is a personal thing. And parties shouldn't be about personal. Parties should be about policy and idea. Look, we've all seen what's happening in Pasteur. I mean, President Jumai Jiharifai, I mean, President Usman Sonko, what happened? It was all about good players. So that's why I always tell this people, Gambia based Jumai Fai. For Momo Yalo, it believe that I'm a Besula particular ideology. Momo believe Talib Besula particular ideology. Momo Yalo, you are in support of Talib Besula party. This means it's manana to my Jaharfayo, the Osman Sonko Jamfal.
But maybe more Favola Fanango is different, like among killing, situational, like Minkira among killing. Why will you think is the same?
Yeah. Can you tell me what is the difference? What is the difference? Can you tell me whether you notice any single difference from one will not call it a betrayer. The difference from the different
No, what I'm saying is you told already Wintale be Mansakunda, but UMC ning UDP team we no man sort of follow. Like Alterata Legend we know better.
Talib won as a mayor, and he won as a mayor in which party is in UDP.
Yeah.
Is he not serving in UDP system right now? I mean, UDP is here on the and the worst part is Talib was able to convince UDP loyalists. He was able to convince them. If you look at, I mean, some of the people they are vote. They live in the party policy of Pasteur. Possible party policy, possible ideology, possible everything, and they followed the voice of the masses. Now they're going for a Congress. And the Congress is going to determine who is going to lead them. So this is what is called, if you believe in democracy, you must follow the values and the principles of democracy. The values and the principle of democracy cannot be seen as individual or personal interest. And this is all what we keep telling these people. And in fact, what is very important here, no Kumada Gambia will be in the car along with go. Gambia do Kula, no more Kunkino. I know where go more Kunkino, they will tell you about we have never been there for about 5 times. Hey, when their dam was contested in 1996, who they are them? Who, if any one of those people, who they are they to contest against Gambia in those days? And the following time was who? Where were they? The third time was where were they? What was the situation of this country? The bank holding the temple to Malacon. And I'm doing Kana Nina jump, Kana Nina. I mean, Bulo me Balundi. And Bulo me Talib, I'm a Beshuda Balundi. Bulo Mobe Bulo UDP la Bulo. UDP Bulo la Balundi. For the Baluta, that I have come fatally for Laboma at a later time, not UDP jumper. Come on, Banco Ding, Maya Longo. You are actually you left a color more till the it left a color more Mayalo, it left a tonal passa, more than a blue like a moment and a blue like a politician and Banco and mental and but you know, the most interesting part is I don't call you people come with a new style of politics and new politics now put a lot of in our can they tell us what kind of new politics? Do they politics put a man in the now Monday? This is the kind of politics they have. This is the kind of politics these people, their existence or their coming into the political arena is a disaster to the Gambian people. And I don't think Gambian people deserve this kind of political movement in this noble country. To have the kind of people, they don't have any single agenda. The only agenda they have is UDP. The only agenda they have is, Yankuba Dabo. The only agenda they have is Usain Dabo. The only agenda they have is Sifo Bayo Sonko. Let them tell Gambians what do they have for Gambians. It's only Minister of Gambian College. Let them tell us about that. Whenever you criticize them, the next thing they tell you is, we are meeting at the court. Hey, that is not democracy. Democracy is.
But I was like, what if that online? I come there, there is some code, right? Are you scared?
I need a Gambian code, this is the, you know, mirror topic. Can't remember you. I took more, how many criticism, more of level president, as the president of the republic. It was only once in a time, you know, I have to the more from the Assembly to the Cadia Malafon. Alamazabe was Sanita. But one million gold, Mama says to the whole year dialogue to the top of the Assembly. But what is more important here, I will need to go. Gambian call ya long call. Ale Banco, Ale Dul, Ale Carapanium Bancola, and Banco Motable Santo Canaka in Banco do Cunye. Fon lebe banko do kulano and benim banko do kulani to nyanin kilimola billahi wala to nyanin kilimo atake mo amanke mo ni nyati amanke mo par to nya anin kilimo anin daji ka kendo anu to nyanin kilimo ni daji ka kendo ni be o mezo nyala bala ita mezo la kare buka diam par kare be mo kila duma e mo len kare buka diam par kare ino kare rifra ko leso be melialo ko wala ka jabdo kare wonte kilimo Kilo ni clean that Nimbanku don't wurita. The fempen former ni clean take a handle in a job. And that is why I like there was a moment Dr. Ismail Sise and then the former Secretary General of PDOIS, Dr. Honorable Ali Wasalaki. May Allah give him long life in this country. Alma Ale Sidi Jamodiala Banko Kanja. We can only show that you can have but we'll go any new jump did that is what every politician have to do. If people don't left no men now, you should be bold enough to come and answer to the citizens. So whenever they will keep asking questions, they will keep throwing shit. Whenever people respond to them, and they be like they start crying. But when you throw that shit on people and then you feel like you are God or a demigod, you are not a demigod, you understand? And whenever you are in the political arena, expect that people are going to talk about you. And people talking about you doesn't mean that they hate you. And this is something that we all need to understand. As citizens of this country, we don't hate each other, but as a politician, the citizen that so the purke kisi kenyinka ila ko be nyadile yanibe sila masasira ko ni sida masasira ko gra bandala sai so ni sida masasira ko be kisi la be ki be masasira ko tamala nyare but jandi ka futo da follow e bodo non dula alto e borno da do follow nene ke kisi sisa woldo na ko senatale mu mo be kilitale ni na banko ba ni na banko la ran kes ba dila iti ha ni na katinyar ke je bar banko la ran kes ndimo chuko be ta ka wodo male be sonna tuka banko la ran kes ba ka dila bo
all right so moral I think full of mialongo they very very important ako one alemung agenda lesoro that is different from the United Democratic Party. That is one. The second thing he mentioned is why will you have your agenda as UDP, like attacking them on the social media? He also cleared why Miatina Dabo is the right person for the job. If you guys have the same agenda, why will you go and form your own movement? So what different agenda do you have from the United Democratic Party? That is one. And why do you have UDP as your agenda on social media, like attacking them? He is asking those.
Thank you very much, Buba. Who is attacking who? That is subject to debate. Because everybody is saying, I am responding. This is the one who is attacking. But the media is there to determine that. And I will beg you, Buba, please go to bio a profile in Facebook. Scroll down. Billahi wallahi ta'ala. Since the separation happened, 70% of bios is all about United. Not even Baro. Then who is attacking you? Or whose agenda is who? So I would like to first make some clarification because you talk about tribe. You know, I talk about tribe. I never said we are saying about this money. I said there are factors that make Dabo unelectable. I said which does not affect Alibi. That is where I tell you that the Ladamba he represented Mandinka somewhere, he represented Sarawak somewhere. But these factors are raising some of these people. You can never convince them to vote for Dabo. This is what I said. But all they are our base. We have a base. We have a base. Where is this base? It's all about Mandinka. This is it. Baro said it. He said entire Mandinka village. He didn't mean anything. What does that mean? Because you didn't want it. And who are they? Because they are Mandinkas. So all that our base, our base is not about Mandinkas.
But Mora, don't you think that is that scare sensitive when you say Idola base is Mandinkas? You have full of supporting UDP. You have one of.
But we have seen the electoral pattern in the Gambia. Afonyoko, a full of dominated area where UDP is doing well, or a one of dominated where UDP is doing well. You can never find it anywhere in the Gambia. So Gambia mentioned that there is a tribalism in the Gambia. That is why we said Khalid is tribal neutral and he come to eliminate that totally. Because seated a member for okay, at
what point the tribal is it at the time Nialonko Albino UDP it was already there?
Cabring to the UDP. Gambia, mention there's a tribalism. There are majority of Mandingas who are supporting UDP. There are majority of full of supporting GDC.
When you were in UDP, there was tribalism even in UDP. And
yes.
You supported, despite the Alonco, there's tribalism, but Haniwo, you supported the party. Because
this, if you look at this base, most of their base is from the Mandinka. Why? Some people believe if you are Mandinka, you should support UDP. That is their level of understanding. You know? So I will try to sensitize people to avoid that. But it's something that is the reality on the ground. People support UDP because they believe they are Mandinkas. People support GDC because they believe they are Fulas. This is how it is in the Gambia, whether one said it or not. And this is me. Even when I was in the UDP, I said this. But I didn't support UDP because it's a Mandinka party. I support UDP because I believe in Project UDP. But why someone support UDP because he's a Mandinka and he's support UDP? That is after that personal understanding and level of way of doing politics. But when it comes to politics and religions, I don't use pride. I use my belief and my conscience. So now let's come to the issues where is our agenda. Like we said, we are working on our manifesto, and our manifesto will be launched very soon. This is the People Manifesto. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we have diaspora meeting with the manifesto team. So very soon, our manifesto will be launched. Like Taliban will say, we don't want to go ahead.
No, but
of ourselves.
Before you support someone, at least you should know now. You know some of the programs. Now,
on the line.
What Boy is asking is, what is the different? Like, Munemala agenda to Mialonko is different from UDP. Why Bunanale Party and Yimbula? Can you explain like anything Mialonko is different? Mialonko mantra UDP, like something that is agenda. me along ko agenda.
Okay, I underlined our Talib achievement or his governance system when it comes to his leadership on the KNC,
No, I
and
mean
that
the
is exactly.
agenda, yeah.
That is exactly how Unite go. First, look at our party structure. This is the first political party that have had a leader and have 4 different leaders. Each deputy leader is having a department they are running. We have deputy leader for finance and administration. UDP didn't have this as a deputy leader. We have a deputy leader on policy and governance. We have a deputy leader on political matters and media. We have a deputy leader on campaigns and organizing. So this is how Unite is going to structure the Gambia. Every department must have its structure and it will have people who will look at it. Not everything centralized on the one executive.
Is about structure or is about
What
program?
is
UDP
that's program. Okay, listen.
No, what I'm saying is, we all the UDP is one of the most structured political parties in the Gambia. Therefore, you understand that you were in the party. Now,
but do they have this structure that we have? That's what I'm going to know. That's what I say. In Unite, we are going to structure the country in a way that it's not going to be centralized within one person or within only the executive. This is our different from the UDP, and that is already manifested in our party structure.
But that is not a program.
What is that, Buba?
No, the
He's
program I'm talking about, the program.
Yes.
The way, Buba, let me help him something. Party structure, party
No, you're
structure.
going to Bio, listen, listen. Tell him to listen, Buba. You are the one who's asking the questions.
Sorry, what I'm asking is like a program. Like, for example, I will give you an example. In 2021, you were with the United Democratic Party, and they have a 5-point agenda, right? And this agenda is about agriculture, education, and so many other things. Now, I'm asking you, agenda is completely different from UDP ta. Like, do you have?
Well, again, I address that. Last week we have diaspora meeting with the manifesto. We don't want to go ahead of the manifesto team for more. But we will launch our manifesto. Then what? You will know all our detailed program. But right now I'm gonna just sit off head and tell you this and that. So you ask my drill. So I'm telling you the fundamental difference from the structure. Then when our manifesto is launched, then you can see the fundamental difference from the UDP also, totally. But from our party structure that is already done, you have seen the fundamental difference from Unite to UDP. And we are going to see the same fundamental difference in terms of our agenda also, our manifesto and our policy and program. But I don't want to go ahead of myself.
Difference will be like this difference. We can just
say it's totally different. Our manifesto is totally different from any other political party manifesto. I can tell you this. But I don't want to go ahead of myself.
What kind of difference are you talking about, please?
No, they are going to reveal their manifesto, but later ahead of the people that are working on the manifesto.
No, because there is a completely different in what, please? Because you're accepting a claim of difference. So what difference are you talking about?
No, maybe not. No, I'm not asking. What I'm saying is, manifesto to UDP taman killing. So I'm just helping you to put the question to him. But he is saying they have a manifesto that is completely different from UDP, but he don't want to go ahead and talk about this because there are people working on it. Right?
Exactly. And but party structure already we are going to be completely different from the UDP based on the party executive structure. We don't even look like how the UDP is structured. So our manifesto also is going to be totally different from how the UDP manifesto is or whatever they have. They as a policy.
Buba, I just want to make Buba, I just want to make one Buba, I just want to make Buba.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Buba, he's talking about the party structure. Are you with me, Buba?
I'm with you here.
Buba, are you with me? Buba, are you with me? Buba.
futala ma ñaar do wandine
e bam moy kana bam buba
ya bayan ke moyle very well ndol ke moyle
aka moy lo kodi
yeah nke moyle go ahead.
are you guys hearing me?
Oh my god. Okay. We have to take bio. Okay, okay, go ahead. WhatsApp or go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, so is talking about the party structure difference. You see, these people are fraud. And be evidence will deal and I know where they are fraud. Ajele Kabinta Janyambure, Olestidikan and others, they broke.
Bio. Hello, Bio. You are saying everything important in Bio. You am simple level call ka.
He spoke about it. I don't even finish it. Then he interject because he said a lot. He come to this criticism and all that stuff. I didn't even finish. But he keep interjecting.
No, I even told you are ready. Okay, no problem. I'll give you time to respond to all this. I promise that. Okay. Now, but just tell me before I will take Bio, please. Okay. Bio is what.
So I'm going to point out this tells people these people are fraud because these people are fraud because I remember in 20 January Congress that was what happened at January Congress. And what happened at the January Congress was Gagigo. One minute, I have to put.
Yeah, you just need to just off that and you just listen through here, please. Yeah, but if you don't for you far, then at least yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So ngam fo jang wala nyinte ko kabrin tata janyambure congress la boji sedi kan nyoli resolution o do samana kaje ko pro na two deputy party leaders soto and those two deputy party leaders wala nyinte ko we have a deputy party leader one deputy party leader for admin and finance and deputy party leader for political affairs. Name two deputy party leaders kabrin introduction o nyinke. It was them. Taliban grew. They went against that. That was a government of Uncle Ahmad Sane. The problem between Mr. Dabo and Uncle Ahmad Sane. It was about that resolution. It was about that resolution because we brought that resolution there. It told Taliban, it told them they were against that resolution. They were against the idea. So now, when they went to form their own political party, what did they do? When they went to party, now they do. They went and then do.
Okay, Bayatara. Go ahead, Bay. Yeah,
So they instead it was the same thing. Remember they were against that resolution in Makati. It was not in our strategy. So what I've done with these people, whatever you see them doing, Alongo, this was the plan when they were in the UDP. This was the plan. Me Alongo UDP back it will So if these people are telling you people because of the party structure, that is what makes them different with UDP. Come on, what are these people talking about? Because it was so much in fun. You read that was a condition. Conditional action that they even did that. That was a condition because conditional more you go. Councilor Meleda UDP. Or Councilor Meleda UDP, they have to make sure all those people they all get a position. Tell me one single councilor from UDP, Meleda UDP and in KMC is not part of the executive. That is not part of the executive of UMC. I take it. Tell me more than UTP con. They were in UTP, they were having position in UTP. Tell me one simple person is not holding there except the position. So these people are only eager of getting position and get title. It will not follow them put a position also and not a title also. It will not go there UTP. I tell you be click in the court. It be chow, it be a palace the formal. So you man banku dokula, you not have men will need to go be formal segment to yala nyame, it be title also nyame, you not a walla. And he's talking about Apo Itola Ela Congo, Ela Manifesto Manfinti follow. But look, what makes these people to believe in talent? Because these people cannot tell us who they believe in talent because of our track record at the local council. The track record at the local council is already in corruption. Even already we've been using Caroleto because there is a commission of inquiry they are right? So and his leadership, they are not the one to determine his leadership. His leadership is going to be functioned or determined by the people who elected him into office. And that is the people of KMC. Well, KMC called Maleka right. So at the end of it, KMC called the Sembo near Kisisuala. Yago Mola Meal and Maroloka, and I don't know what I'm But I said, no, you can't be in at all to follow. A month for you follow. You must clean yourself before you get before you move to another step. So you know, police table. The only thing they believe in was because they want talent to leave UDP. They want talent to leave UDP. Because it's only more prefer that talent, and they become angry. They come out. They that is what actually happened here. But these people they cannot give us any policy difference. Different from what UGP did not have. Okay. The entire executive structure is all about who can make sure everybody secure a position because everybody left from a party and wherever they go they need to be recognized.
All right. Moral, now you can do your response. Go, now you can
yeah. Starting from Alaudiama Ako. Until Mumol the many yalango every criticism ngombe mari sambala court. Yalan buba criticism ani yemo amba tume or yefania bala moka me yalan kama ketonya. They are two different things. Okay? Bio was questioning United's accountability. Where do we get our money? And then associating that with a scandal that is happening when someone is trying to solve someone a fake goal and then a lawyer and a member of United went and reported that. How is that associated to United? And you are telling that is that crazy? So more part of the coup of Lamoma may yarango, among the good may yarango better. So you will at the police I report. So you are associating that to United. And you call that criticism?
You are talking about this ball.
Exactly. This is what he said because he's a member of the game because he know that he's going to be served with a legal notice. Talent has never taken anyone.
It doesn't mean on social media is completely different. For the case, is it against Ben Sura or his brother, or is it Mole at some court or at a court? Like
I tell you if you report in police car for Mole ko ibe I farm represent Mole ko ibe sama wavula wa farm bari iko ibe sama wavula and exactly yes sama yitandi they are different. So there's a fraud there. I don't tell a client to you could jola foka pare. I mean you could nanga so the police have to investigate because people was trying to sell something that is false. Yeah. So Allah Muso is representing him. So how can you say that like okay he is into a scandal and then he is the one who even went and reported something that is false. Okay. People are trying to make money in false pretense. So it can go. I am telling you it's 90 million. United man clean. You did kodo it'll money from government. So you are telling us then United is getting their money from scandal. That is not criticism. So yeah. So ila vengo but if tell our agenda is all about UDP. We go to all time la billahi wala kabrin so person is going to be 70% of biola call is all about United. So then general agenda mu jama. No, no, go to my timeline, go to my timeline, please do the comparison. Who is promoting his party and who is focused on only on the other party? They say that was their candidate. But you can see how many times he talked about that. It's all about his leader, Yankuba Dabo, or it's all about Talib is this, Unite is that, Unite is this. So whose agenda is who? Whose agenda? Talib is not the first, like he said, this scenario of Jomai, like, and you make it very clear, it's totally different. Talib already made it clear. He's not going to contest for mayor again. That is one. Two, Jomai in Sonko. Emmanuel Sabapalazaga, for Pastor Funkol Dolko, Jomai go, Fundi Yetela Patifo. All pastors wanted is Jomai to be part and pastor of pastor, not to look for a coalition in another. And why Jomai is hanging on, okay, coalition is the one that helped me become here. Pastor, we are going to be clear. If you want to be pastor, we are here to support. Jomai is looking for coalition somewhere else. Talib has never looked for any other coalition. Talib wanted the UDP flag there. We have had young Badabo said, the way it is going, if Talib selected, I will leave. Even the process doesn't even start. We have many people saying that we cannot believe him. He is going to be borrowed 2.0. You have had people tell us that go and form your party if you believe in a viable candidate. So when you just did that and we went and formed our party, then what is the issue now? Why are you cannot betray? You said you cannot trust him. He's borrowed 2.0. You said if he's elected, I am going to leave. You said go and form your party if you believe he's a winnable candidate. We did exactly that. Then why are you calling us betrayers? So we believe in ourselves. At least we will start first. Not to go and rely on anyone. We go and start first. And we are coming. Still for Sonko, Birka Mayra Council left the UDP. He was even sad. But Kabrin Zilvada, the UDP, you still for a coup. Because next election they are going to beat him. And they beat him. But they know that is different from Talib. Talib is different from Sirifo. Talib is not Sirifo. Talib is not ordinary. And Talib is not any person. Yeah, that also left. Fun. But it can be a moment for Talib la quarter. If you go for lawyer, you know for Sirifo Sonko. Because they believe they have next election Sirifo Sonko, because they believe they have the power. So if they believe in the same thing also, you have okay, Talib, you are waiting for the next election. But if Talib is never going to contest for the mayor, so even those who are asking, okay, he's to resign, why should I resign to contest for something that I am never going to contest again? If you have an interest again, then that is how you can say, okay, he uses the UDP, and then that is why he's in the platform or whatsoever. Fun. So now, I mean, last year, we are from. Janjambura, they said, Janjambura Congress, we wanted to hijack the executive so that we can make Talib the party leader or the flag bearer whatsoever. So, Janjambura Congress, like they say, they call us, team Talib or whatsoever. They were there with Sabali, they were in the same camp with Sabali. At least Sabali left before them. I mean, Sabali was part of many years ago in Kelowna. Kelowna Talib. Talib, Kumata get Sabali, the man for Talib. When he was even in the UDP. But Talib didn't say anything. I quote Obama. Nin Talib, young Sabali, Yokumasi from young Obama, below the UDP for like during what time. But people are different, you know. People are different. So, what Janjambura Congress came on left his position for this one. We really wanted to hijack the party from them. Came over for tooth and then against Hajj. Karafla left his position for Muhammad Saban. If you want to hijack Muhammad from Karafla will be there. But those two positions we are all giving to them to their camp. Isn't it? So what they wanted from 1996 UDP was existing up to 2022. Why didn't they bring that reform? Okay, until Talib we are the one who was against that reform they want. 96, the party was formed. Up until 2022. You never bring the reform and you bring that people go against it and you are blaming that to unite or people who left unite. Ako mo mel fana boda UDP Jamal Yano Uncle Babu Karnap was a deputy company man UDP. I posted Jamal Soda Unite just to tell you that what he said is not fact. To debunk what he is saying. We make so we have Ako councilor many that it's almost about more than 10 councilors who will be united in the KMC. And Ako is Habib, Karamo, Mati, and then this guy, Kemo, who was position. So Ako will break, it's only 4. And is it only 4 councilors that left? KMC and go to unite. Let him go and verify the fact how many councilors left. That is also not the fact. So neither Diablo you call for many and they are the same people also who were saying, okay, if what you did, we got him a 100,000 from the United. I saw some of them going after Malik show, saying that we don't like you don't even a boss. And Malik is a regional chairman. He even has his own vehicle. What Malik has, some of this executive member don't even have because they don't even have a vehicle to move. But you know, they troll people, and then there's some people are telling them, okay, you give position because you want to compensate people. So you see the inconsistency in that.
Okay, you
So
know.
this is it.
All right.
Let
Thank
me go.
you. Ngamra, you've listened to him, right? He responded to I think all your questions me along everything, but Ngamra ibala mo kanelo, right?
You know, I lot of misleading. I'm misleading Jamaba, Leki Jam ala Jamoko, but it may be able to killing. Kafai ko, Council Mediata KMC, Asiata, Tekamona no Memfo. Amen, Elamulong, Amen, executive member long, Bama Quella, executive member by Karamo Sishe, Mukansulo Juno, Amu United executive plan. Abi Musite Mukansulo Juno, Abi United executive plan. Haruna Kamara Mukansulo Juno, Abi United executive plan. Joko Mukansulo to Abi United executive plan. Each and every councillor, mayor along Aida have from UDP are all in the United Executive Committee. The baby United Executive Committee, Colonel, Fender Mayor along Denial no. Uncle Babuka Lopi. Uncle Babuka Lopi Munu UDP la campaign manager. There is a reason Uncle Babuka Lopi, because Uncle Babuka Lopi to control Uncle Babuka Lopi is very simple. Because Uncle Babuka Lopi either position of Babu, position of Babu, pay Uncle Babuka Lopi, wherever the decisions are made, Babuka Lopi is going to be there. Because Babuka Lopi mutal Uncle Leti. And that is the reason Lopi goes with him. That is something so basically, those are very lazy arguments. And let me tell you one thing, prior understand. Akamemfo in Janjambure, Kemo worked hard for his position. He could not get it. He worked hard. I have to back the product position in no. In fact, at the end of it, it was even crying. I went for a position, and I could not get it. I mean, let's pay the spade. They mislead the people for a moment. And he's saying, every day I am on time. That's not true. And I only make one thing very clear to him. Moral than the cookie understand. I made it very clear. Go. I am seeing these people every day calling us extremists. They call us BAC extremists. What are their timeline? This is the kind of name we can command in the control me extremist already. They call us all kind of names.
The Carol May and Kuabara attacking Gede.
Don't for a control me extremist already. Because seeing us with them and then seeing us go, and you know, Mohan, I mean, at some point, when you are talking to people, even if you have come Moli, Almul Bunya, I'll look moving for a Moli, I could most of the Roti. Let them call Mul Bunya, I'll look moving for a Moli, I could most of the Roti. You have to go that way, remember, it's in the open. The way Talib is behaving, let Talib be Maya Mella, not taking Tawala. Because Baro Maya Sipa, that is principle. That's not personal. And this is what people need to understand. That is principle because Baro Maya Menke, Abuda Baro Nova, Aman Baro support, at some modo Maya, I now look at the Diomari support. One principle leti. And this is something people need to understand. And Yankubai want to also make very clear, it will your belief lesson. Why they will justify that the word to go. The young people left later a person Patiolo, young people for them. That is also misleading statement. The command member upon him, UDP Mandika Patiolo. And then yeah, he made this interview moral time. I obey Senandila, UDP Mandika Patiolo. I put them is very clear. But it young people near Tana, but imagine at a moral standpoint, and I don't know how cement Yakao so cola. UDP is a Mandinka party and Mandinka cannot win an election here. Go and form your party. Momoya Miran UDP Mandinka party and do Mandinka the Naton no jump. Imari Kayla Patiolo. Okay, so young fellow move for Alio Fantal. I am well more Latin at UDP because I told the Latin man ninga da kala no da nyato ko al UDP man ninga patrol. This is something these are very serious issues. These are very serious exposure. I mean, you can Gambe Dula, and Gambe Dula be American, and Gambe Dula family at all Kafoni Ayalo Menkan. My brother, politics should be about policy. Politics should be about idea. Politics should be about how we are going to salvage the people of this country. Benim banko bondelo nyadi na mun fera la soto na mun londi la soto purga Gambia kendo dino Gambia dinola Gambia mo miliano ko wolle lala na kela katol dinna and there's a difference between Jomai fight and small song. Hey, my brother, there is one single element, nobody can erase it from this entire story. And that single element, that is betrayal. You cannot tell me that there is no iota of betrayal in the absence of that Suda and the absence of Adam Barrow, in the absence of Jomai Tahar fight. There is an atom of betrayal by Okonal. And it's point Tala, Yafoko, we need Talibla way man killing. But my brother, let us be very clear in that. And I repeat again, Talib have right to form his own political movement. He has this right. He has right to form. I right to pursue political party law, and nobody should stop that. I right to when we are talking about moral, and then you name yourself as moral come. You name yourself as a very good person. You name yourself as somebody I really admire. I really admire. It's a very good scholar, a person who speaks truth, a person who let's just all speak our mind. Nobody should give moment let's somebody say, can be cake. Don't allow anybody to take you. And like I remember look, let me tell you something. Politics, that is internal politics. If they were fight at the January Congress, why not see the January Congress to the party? Where is the party? But they left the party. So let's talk about policy. And I can tell you, with the United Democratic Party, we have a clear policy. We have a proper health policy. We are looking at the Buddha Carola. The Yurua Kano, the Kenya Buddha Carola. I don't know about Dorola water. The Kenya Buddha Gambia. I said, Napo Gamba, Mulkabona Banku, Kanazam, Karaki, the Kenya Buddha Carola in Banco. I don't care about Dorola water. Mami along was I don't know in Banco. So don't let the Kago be revitalized the health sector of this country. If most of going on the Banku, the Canada. Eka jana Kenya ko ni banko kanja obi yudi pila miro kono abe yudi pila miro kono kamusol ni funding jawol ta ke sembentu ya nin kamusol ni funding jawol ke sembentu ya amman yalla tel dala mut amel da kala kul me yalo ko la bara be employment lo create la funding jawol le nyaade masa kula te funding jawol beta no do ko well on the UDP government me men kala wala ni ko the trade and industry do tala ba you want la ka joko industrial million ko dunya banku dol ka balan tolu yaati be Gambia na kenol sodole kenol million ko kene gemal na kene ma bala sodole banko ka so kenol million ko ne sodo se modelo le kedi investo kendo le banim be investo le ba kala ko big investor la do ala ndoro ya na mablo ndoro ita do kilo without giving any Gambian partner. You must have Gambian partners in your investment and investment you ko ka funding ke data do ko dile bari ya GDP the university funding ko melano do kala university temo kem mengo do ko so na basu la mo no dulo fonsi o mu fene me yalo ko ni yodi do government nada be falindi di bale kero ni na senola bunda la karo jibe dan be na senola bunda la karo nyaji be ni mu ko ma pa ndara sanola kera ba joro la wato ko mo ni seno jora mo yalo ko so la da bi ko do ko kele mo so do ko mo senola la masa kunda senola ma ko ba ke abe senola di lela abe masumul dile la firam masumul dile la be wol dile la abe jambandol dile la anu ni aji do tumo sana bi se roki ila senato aka tare bulle lo kabin sam fosan akali ko balwo so ndi ka pole food self service so food self service mu fende me yalon ko to la maralo ko ba kele fende me yalon ko ba kuma andila yudi bi maralo ko ko nyaaji be gambe baala soto and Baba Yalo Gambia so Gambia and Niji Julanji, and then the Kala Gambia Sotolity. But now the Kala Gambia Soto, the Kala Gambia Soto don't come and upload to come and Namusa Mandro and Approach to the Kandu Ali. but UDP masakunda ko be fero kala fonni Gambia fonni kewol me yalon ko ye london ye do lu xaru so o yemu to la karola be se mentu yala nyaati ka be ko il faut les modi me yalon ko yeta ba ko be ñomu to la ñoñu to tan Gambia tam ma jam parce que ñoñu wax fi no ka tintindi as a forest escape ñoo sama Gambia ba ko kanja. But it's not only about forest escape, but the employment also may alone is going to create.
All right, but by time will come,
animal husbandry.
Time will into the German sea bag. So we
I could not feel for them. I because police investigation or start investigation of K-Can. But I for at the anu ko be la nyame man killing jamay ak be yalo ya faati nyame nem bare to be yalo ko e ka ko dozel be mbulo ko ada nyame ana ka fa nyama amanke Gambia man sango soto lafta Gambia ko be yo lo Gambia man sango soto sani ko nyim banko ka nyambe yalo la ke nyame pour ka duma ko ule be yalo
Baila network of break and this
mol kana jende ika private in private jetol kana ika si ika lo ni airport do jaga tan jepol logo e buka sanu so ka mul so wo sanu ko de ma baale be jibba afay ko ate fundi la be wur ka ko tuniro le bari amal la moy role ko on do abe la moy ro ki kan ci show la on la ka defense la do mam mo kon buba ante mo konna dol mam mo konte mo konna anu ada kanunto yabe fu kanunto yabe tan talib te anu andi kanunto yabe na te bale talib la 2018 nakam be nyoko talib be sudele anu 2023 also ami nakam be nyoko hele bubake o sedale do la kasi the same platform ka talib fasa nyame mo be ya lonne ni da buba if you go down platform kam même so même be jowla nyundo ko kam même fo nyundo ko nulu menye dem wala nyundo accountability comment accountability and transparency ko if I can hold Adama Barrow accountable as a public official, if I want to hold anybody accountable, let the hold accountable because you are a public servant.
Okay.
And I can remember my criticisms are always constructive. I don't go personal on people, but they see me as personal, and I can remember all of you before. I want him to tell us. Temperamental. Kabring sapo what
temperamental, yeah.
Temperamental. Ada moran kan ni la musul be yalo jewo la jama e buka yapa ta ko mandu ko lela and now they call us the BSC extremists buba ni kuma ka ya jibe to kamol do andi kan jigini mo la ilafta wala la ban ko ko inde sonna ni ya den taka biam ni do ko because mun ka ilafta kan to jigini mo la ilafta ka mo kan to ninna mo fa ni ka ya men taka de le kula wala na ilafta political arena is very open.
All right.
Trust He call ya call le banko ka anu call ya comme le banko kan te circonstance ko ka ko ka jang la wet la ko te akata ada moram kan mun ta mun mala life to talk about now mun mala change life to talk about one day I make life separate time to talk about no every single thing in this country maybe la the criticism I'm doing against them if it is Ahmad Shah they will celebrate it if I am doing because be school last can be hold ka accountable kan yame nyatara no be Ahmad Shah la hold ka accountable baro bari dem celebrate la not just number of hold accountable. If I celebrate it, allow loco, then we are mantara new cocono. I'll be victim card le bulala, to be funding Kawlik. The bay ration the Kanyam Banco that are minute, the bay ration of Kanyam Banco protect, but I'm not going to know Bunya, the Yo Horoma, La Lonco, Sama Minal.
Okay, but thank you so much. Unfortunately, time bandale fereng. All right, Moral, go ahead. I know you have some things to respond on that, program on because we got time on bandale.
Yeah, buah barga bage. Bayar kuma kanu ngemoi. Nilafita kudanta na senayande. Follow ako maybe a memfond. Until karanda bayo. So I read all the document about the rest of the lawsuit. So I don't know the money. So I'm thinking the more memfond. So I read it. Nin title about you have seen Kerfati and it's a public domain. Pamodu ye fenko document dol leke afa ala fenko. Fenda je mengo as this is a plaintiff or a defendant. For the okay, so the documents are there actually, and then I hope the Gambia police did their investigation properly, and then more base along mune mutol. And more mafu saro ni para Gambia. So that just to make that area clear. So I think corruption ko men foga okay corruption ko akon tell la leader amba is under amba investigation. Tell me yalo at a bio. Most of the UDPNs that was a witch hunt. That was their word. Oh, today, okay, it's about accountability. But the online thing, I'm absolutely happy. So the report is done, and it's submitted to the president, and people are already getting some synopsis about the report. But in mega men of Dallas, your local government council, your report on Bejube, let us compare. Kodo Jelle, because right now KMC, I calculate everything is about 14.9 million. Many years ago, the local government constituency is unaccountable either. Impresses were not retired, or some monies were allocated without proper documentation, like how do you know whatsoever. This is 1940. Birkama area can see how many millions. Basa area can see how many millions. Kerawal area can see how many million. Mansakongo Kere Yafane how many million. Then you compare all these local council. Nyajeko, which council is less corrupt, and which council has really fight against corruption seriously. Then can fight corruption Dagon and in reality is different. Corruption in the there is no one who can eliminate it. But you can fight it, and then the one who fight it seriously, if imagine it is less there. You could not Tinyata, imagine a Tinyaro down the door yala Walto, Dinanta, Mayalonko Amakela back fund. So they can go adu terms in revenue is 10 times more than Basse or Birka or this thing Mansa Congo or Kuntaur or Janyamur. But go and compare how much money we are lost in those areas, how many millions compared to KMC. Not even talking about back on the Birka area council. In this for song. So then we will compare all the council. So yeah, I do because accountability also not like on detail impresses. Some of this is like Kemo gold puzzles, and the moment I get all the gold puzzles, they are in Bufferson, they are in Ibo Town, and wherever. But then if they said, okay, they are not documentation, you can understand that's accountability. That is how accounting works, that is how auditing works, and that's how commission also work. They want document. How many other have physically, you are getting in the standard. You are not going to get many arguments. But it will baffle and it was not clear. So yeah, all these issues many years ago, they can be subjective, everybody can take over. But let's compare all the council. Kodo men tinyata ji, adu jelle tinyata each council. Then water le nyanta alon nako, na banko de water le nyanta dila jamal. In terms of corruption. Because yeah, Barawo, 2021, he declared he has 200 million in his account. Ala Joro is 500,000. 500,000 in whole year, that is 6 million. 6 times 5, that is 30 million. So if he say he already have 200 million, that is 170 million. Where does that come from? So you don't even talk about corruption in that area. You don't even talk about corruption in that area. So the other thing is that I never said UDP is a Mandinka party. I said look at their base. The majority of the base is Mandinka. Because UDP, the majority of the base is Pulas. Right now in the Gambia. How do we eliminate that? That is what we have to work on. Where I can go, Tali is tribal neutral. Nata, Sitaje, number for a Ganyata, I can tell if so like this, she carry until la party la majority of the until la party la majority of the Gambia bet. Because everybody will see themselves there as a member of Unite, not because of Talib tribe or not because of the party tribe, because the party is Gambian party. This is what I made very clear. I have never said UDP is a Mandinka party. I never said that. I said the majority. I mean, the voting pattern is there to tell you exactly what happened. You all know Mandinka dominated areas. You know Fula dominated area. You know Sarawuni dominated area. And the election results are here to tell us. The election results are there to tell us. So I don't speak based on emotions. I speak based on facts. And the facts are there.
Okay.
So thank you very much. Yeah, and then
thank you
I
so
could
much.
also like their manifesto, health, land, every party can unify. But how are you going to make it work into reality? And how are you going to get the money? That is the question. And that is what Unite is going to tell the Gambian people.
All right. Natra be nyum program jibe kan YouTube le ala tra le subscribe na YouTube channel ola bara video nyi like ala share pour modul sa soto no nyame nil ba jibe kan TikTok al kada jina kan mol follow on TikTok jim platform follow be wala use la follow Facebook nga page o yelele kabri yena page do hak min keta buga Gagigo-Journalist but sambe Gagigo News Network le use kan on Facebook alsi ta wo fanan follow nga moral ka tendu ka je bake ka kafunyum program wala bari ka bayo sonko fanan tendu ka je bake jabale alon sonko gambia la pour kana nyum program oro MC Cham Junior nim bayo nyande to le sutara no but unfortunately man na MC soro kabre ga tamara bar nga moral tendu ka je bake pour kana the very short period nga inform dron aka I make no nyum program oro nga tendu ke je bake pour kana nyum program oro tanim bayo sonko be mi alon ko ate mun na multi kabre Gambia me kara program jamal le nati dale nyin channel oto jang oto ni dama subscribe be subscribe la le belo nyim me dame be je mala le bajela nga fengo fen dundi jang ite follow ba jela ko nga fo nyame fa nga channel also to le min kera WhatsApp channel ti na try ite man join je follow just go to WhatsApp you search for Buba Gagigo-Journalist channel all be dame then you can also join ite fanansi join no oto ngal tendo kal je ba ke be murana le ne askeno sama aning jes do mi alon ko nabe kachala fengo fe mi alon ko be kala Gambia koti ala